Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of constant rates of change. This is standard 7.4a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 54 of the 2016 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we have a little story here about a butterfly migrating, and it could travel at 30 miles in 1 hour. So we need to find the graph that best represents how far y the butterfly travels in x hours. So let's keep in mind that one equation that we need to always be aware of when we're dealing with anything like this is d equals rt. Distance equals rate times time. And we're actually going to use that, but they actually give us some slightly different variables. So see how y is the number of miles? That's our distance. So we're going to say y equals the rate. They already give us that, 30 miles per hour. And then in x hours. So that actually is our equation. We're looking for y equals 30x. Which of these work? So let's start with f here. They're all going to work at least with that 0, 0. So we're going to have to look at that first time, and let's look at all of these have the time on the x-axis. They all have the distance on the y-axis. Okay, so let's look at f. That first one is 30 equals, right, 30 times 5. So I'm pulling from my first y-coordinate, my first x-coordinate, and I'm using this equation right there. Y equals 30x, and that's not going to work. 30 equals 30, but not times 5. So that is not going to work. Let me try the next one just to double check. 60 is my second y-coordinate, equals 30 times 10. Nope. No, that's not going to work. That would be a times 2, but not definitely times 10. So f is not going to work. So let's just put this equation up here to make sure we know what we're doing. We'll do that same thing down here. Y equals 30x. Let's start plugging in here. So this first y is 30. And the first x is 1. 30 times 1. All right. That works. Let's check the next one. 60 and 2. 60 equals 30 times 2. Yeah, looking good. 90 equals 30 times 3. Yeah, looking good. And then it's interesting. We've got that 120 and that 4, and that 150 doesn't really have a matching number, but we know that's going to be a 5. But let's try that 120 times 4. Equals 30 times 4. Yeah, all right. So G is looking pretty good. Before, though, in case we kind of got tricked by something, before we circle G, let's check H and J to make sure those are incorrect. So we're going to use our same equation, y equals 30x. So my first y is 5, equals 30 times, yeah, that's funny. That's not even close. 5 does not equal 900. Let's check one more just to double check. My second y is 10. Looks like they inverted these, but even then they wouldn't be correct. My second x is 60. But yeah, not happening. Okay, so H is incorrect. Double check on J. Y equals 30x. So let's see, my first y is 1. And my first x is 30. See, this is the one they completely flipped. If those two were flipped, we'd be good. So that's not going to work. 2 equals 30 times 60. Yeah, not happening. All right, so J doesn't work. The numbers are correct. They just flip the axes. So our answer here is G.